Excellent. All right, Tiny, roll the bean footage. Post the fucking the cringe compilation.
Yes, sir.
I Captain.
They're doing a stream, so I'm not putting it in crew streams.
Oh fuck! Wait, what? Where are they doing a stream?
For Roma's tablet.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Okay. Understandable.
Hoopa doopa.
Hoopa doopa indeed. Hold on, I'm gonna do a fucking mic check. Give me a second. I'm gonna mute. I have to keep talking so that I can hear it.
It's fine. Oh, okay. I think everyone's mic levels are perfect.
Creaky.
I watch you when you sleep.
I'm no longer on my phone, which may have posed a problem before. Although this does put me at risk of explosion. However, I can switch back to my phone whenever I want.
Okay, Puns, you are extremely quiet for some reason.
I can turn up Puns, it's fine.
This is because I'm no longer on my phone. I just stated this, but you were muted.
Excellent. Understandable. I'm very sorry. Listen, we all make a mistake some days, and today is that day for me, and also every other day, and also every other day, and also quick frog stream.
Oh shit! Today's Friday.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my
god.
Honey,
you don't have work tomorrow.
I was so sad because I was like, man, I ate food. I'm tired, and then like, I got work tomorrow. I don't want to go to work tomorrow.
Damn, Tiny.
Now today's a good day. I'm happy. Let's go.
Tony, every day you surprise me in a new, genuinely unique way, and I appreciate it so much.
I was so sad. Like, you don't even know.
No, I get it. That makes sense.
I understand, yeah, for sure, right? It's a case of the Mondays. Got a case of the Mondays.
I also forgot it was Friday, but it's because I thought it was Saturday.
I forget what day it is all the time. I never know what day it is. I'm just in a perpetual state of
unknowing.
Not really knowing anything. Knowing.
I have a constant mental check going of, hey, what day is today? In order to not fall into the psychosis.
Very good. That's not true. It's so that you fall into manga.
Also because I have a weekly schedule that I have to uphold every week.
That is true. That is true.
I have to look at myself and be like, what fucking calls do I have to deal with today?
I make full track of my schedule just so I can be better than my dad, who doesn't know what day it is.
Easy.
My life is hell, and nothing is ever anything. Nothing is ever any. Hey, how do y'all do schedules real quick? Hey guys, how do you do that? It's so crazy.
Life is like a video game.
Tie it to losing all of your worldly possessions.
All the while still collecting.
Usually it's just a long pilgrimage.
Like in Dark Souls 3?
Yeah, it's kind of like Dark Souls 3. A little bit like Elden Ring. You have to go to the lands between.
Yo, keeping your schedules at dark is a fucking Souls-like?
Yeah. I mean, you have to do the whole Souls-like, and then when you get back home, you have a schedule.
And does that imply that every time you go out and do your daily tasks, you fucking die and return to your home hollowed in order to go do it again the next day?
And then you go to work, you die, you wake up in the morning again.
Dodge rolls.
You're like,
you just do a bunch of dodge rolls.
Well, that's breakfast, I guess.
Where does the horse come in?
How am I gonna get through my 9:30 fucking work call? I keep dying.
Bro, just parry it.
Man. 9:30 work calls are just like Dark Souls. You have to dodge roll, there's a stamina meter, Radon's there.
Alright, hard cutoff time. Hey, welcome to the session, everybody.
Wait, we're streaming?
Yes.
I gave you
hey,
until exactly 8:40.
It's not 8:40.
Yeah, it is. Cutting you off.
Yeah, it's 7:40.
It still says 39 to
We
mine.
get another hour.
Well, too bad. All right, Rega, you can keep talking then, Regef, until it changes to 40.
Fuck
I'm just
yeah!
gonna do
I
the
still have
intro.
10 seconds, baby.
So,
Yeah!
welcome to the session.
Yeah!
We're back with another.
Oh fuck! Yeah, now it's 40.
Regif has
We're back
wasted.
with another episode of Funky Ruckus.
Regif has once
the
again
dungeon-
wasted time hyping himself up completely.
the dungeon designing game that you've all been waiting for. It's been a bit. As soon as I scheduled a game for Fridays, my work was like, hey, can you work every Friday ever? And that's just life. It'll happen again once it's gonna happen again once Gutter's Rats comes back, and I just know it, but we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. If I just schedule a game every night, I mean, they can't make me work every night, so we'll just figure it out from there, I guess.
Instead, you're just gonna make 5 other people really upset.
No, they'll have to understand.
That's true. Yeah, that's true.
I can't just not work. How will I pay for my cute girls kissing books?
Oh my god, the girls kissing books.
There's a lot of them coming out in November.
Speaking of girls kissing,
Yeah, so let me update you on my recommendations list for girls kissing mangas and novels. I've got a lot of. Hang on.
Hey, Gwen, could you recommend me? There's this thing I saw on the internet. The stream called Funky Dungeons.
Yeah,
I
I've
have
never
heard of that.
it.
It's pretty alright.
I know Funky Ruckus, but Funky Dungeon sounds.
No, it was
Like another
Funky
one.
Ruckus.
no, it's
what it
definitely
was.
Funky Ruckus we're talking about. Yeah, if you could tell us about that and sort of like,
So this is a
you could-
campaign.
yeah.
If you've
I
missed,
really enjoy their like 30-minute intro sequences before they play D&D.
Oh.
You're making it worse. I'm gonna kill you.
Yeah, so there's usually 30-minute like intro sequences that are really great, and people love them.
What-
Did you hear they got an
Yeah.
anime OP recently?
Oh, yeah, it's sick.
Yeah,
What happens after that though?
I think people just kind of tune out after that.
As they should.
Yeah, people
I
mostly
don't
go to their
know.
streams just to hear him talk and shoot the shit for some reason.
Yeah, it's like I love the podcast, but I hate but they're talking about a let's play. It's like people when they say that. It's like they're not really there for the gameplay so much as they are to just hear people talk about things they enjoy and sort of.
Hold on. I think we're getting a reading from the chat.
Hold on, yeah.
I think they want us to play D&D.
We're not, but it's a different TTRPG. Not every TTRPG is 5th edition Dungeons and Dragons. Just
Can it be third?
I'm
up.
going to slaughter you. I'm going to fucking burn your house down.
We're
I'm-
playing
have a
second
house.
session of our Wicked Ones campaign, where you guys are playing the bosses at the end of a dungeon. It's kind of like a Blades in the Dark themed or system. It's a system built off of Blades in the Dark, in which you construct and manage a dungeon. You go out and raid various regions.
There are clocks.
your-
There is death. There are resources and flashbacks.
Yeah, all those good shit. If you're familiar with Blades in the Dark, it's got all that cool stuff that you love from that, but in fantasy evil setting where you're evil. This is our second session. We have a sandbox setting of Kismatopia, a sort of science fantasy sort of
Steampunk,
Tesla
solar
punk.
punk,
It's
Punk.
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 Art Deco, sort of messed up
Gothic,
Gotham. Gothic
farm,
Art Deco, Tesla punk,
Midwestern
/
core.
steampunk. I'm actually trying to consolidate here. Please stop adding. Zone full of all sorts. just various different fantasy critters that you can think of. We got goop people, we got electric sheep, we got whatever the fuck Punz's character is. I mean, I know what it is, but it's funny to continue the bit that it looks like a funny, weird elephant creature. Because it kind of does. We got all kinds of creatures and beings and whatnot, and our party has established a dungeon. That was what our first session was the establishment. Well, it was sort of establishing. There were pre-stream things where we set up the dungeon as well. But last time, we got a really in-depth dig and look into the dungeon.
Yeah.
It is supposed to look like this.
Mhm.
The abandoned factory, in which some great artifact was being created, is now hollowed out and basically is the home of endeavoring freaks who are the party. I haven't had music going this whole time. That
No,
explains.
you have.
What?
Atomic Cats are playing.
Atomic
playing for
Cat
me.
has been playing the whole time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I gotta refresh.
Oh goodness, that's not the one I wanted.
That's okay.
That's kind of a silly one, but I guess it
It
goes.
was kind of a silly opening up until now. So it's
I guess
fine.
that's what goes with. Why is my audio not working on my end?
Try changing the song and then changing
Yeah.
it back.
Okay, here now.
Hey, there we go.
And what did we get up to last time?
Well, last time, let's look around. We had a couple of things happen. Each member went out and performed their downtime action during the first phase of gameplay, which is the downtime gameplay.
Wow.
Did everyone want to go over what they did themselves, or did you want me to?
Well, personally, Akash went out and decided to recruit some minions in a very not intentionally sexually attractive way, in which I threatened a rat with a pen.
I forgot about that.
I promise you this was all intentional and it worked very well. But I don't have any minions yet.
I got up to some sheep shearing, so to speak. I picked up a bunch of damn sheep, beat a farmer up, stole the sheep, turned them into little spark boxes. They shoot lightning now. They protect us. So that's what I did with my day.
Cool dog.
Bunny doggy.
Thanks. Yeah, pretty cool. Tiny and Rega are like looking at each other from across the table.
Oh no, I can trust me. I've made a grave mistake, and I do not remember what my voice was.
Rega, we went through all this trouble and you interrupt us 20 times, and then when it gets to your spotlight, you turn around and go, I forgot.
I'm going to be honest.
I forgot what my character's voice sounds like too.
My usual routine of using my voice when I am in the car driving back from home. I forgot to do that.
It's like posh. It's like posh but not British, but it's like posh.
It's
and
the exact
nasally.
voice you're doing right now.
It's pretty
No.
close.
Oh, it's
yeah.
okay. All right, I shall do this one.
Okay, no, get rid of the silly part of it. Just the
Oh,
nerdy
what's
part.
just the nerdy part?
It was more like the Admirer, but more British.
The admirer but British. A bit like this. Or is this
You
even farther off base?
You are colder.
You
Stop
are-
I
calling
am
Rega
colder.
was fine initially.
You're in
All right, I
right now, dude. You're so fucking cool.
The admirer, I think, is too deep for this character.
No,
It was
you
the
were-
voice that you started with when you said, "I don't know what my voice is."
Yeah,
I don't remember what my voice is.
Yeah, that one.
All right, it's a bit nasally. Gotcha.
Yes. Just
Yeah, I
go.
think that was part of it.
We'll fix it in post.
We will not. Neither Tiny nor me will be doing that.
We're posting in the chat today.
Any chatters?
Any posters?
Go
What
ahead.
did you
I've got
do?
a couple on my wall.
Rega, please. I'm begging. I'm trying.
What do you want me to do?
Summarize
Tiny, take
last
your
time?
turn.
What did you do
Oh,
last
what did
time?
I forgot that's what we were doing. Sure, look, I've had COVID recently and my brain is mush.
That's fair.
Okay, last time I was in the walls, redoing the wiring because God forbid people fucking actually get an electrician these days. I made a fun little voltage meter that will double as a shock gun. It might backfire sometimes. Good luck.
It's pretty good.
What did you do, little flame boy?
I ran at a battery salesman and screamed at him, and then he ran away.
I forgot that's what you did. Oh my fucking god, I remember now. Holy shit, you screamed at him and he ran away and that was your whole session.
I'm so glad that we've been making a great front on our empire of villainy.
So, Gia, with all that we accomplished last time, where are we at now? What's going on?
Today we're at the calamity phase. Second
that
phase of
sounds
gameplay.
bad.
It might be. We'll have to find out. So, put on the game show music so I can tell you to rip that baby up.
Wait, what?
Which
Oh god.
Why is my music all so quiet?
Wait, I don't like this track. This one's scary. Why is it scary? What do we do?
So for calamity phase, this is the GM moment. But I'm gonna need your guys' help. So,
Okay.
based on the overall vibes of your dungeon so far, how would you guys rate it? You got a scale of 3. Do you guys think that this, or how do you think your guys is like your minions and your little automatos? How do you think they're feeling on a scale of 1 to 3?
which side's the bad side?
1 being restless, whining, and complaining. 2 being normal levels of malcontent, and 3 being too happy or scared to complain.
I think whatever the fuck's in the experiment lab wants to kill us. I think everybody else is generally fine.
Do you think the sheeps are chill now that they're electric?
I think the sheeps are.
I think the sheeps are calm. They seem to be taking well to it, I think, from what we established last time. They're like fine. They're just chilling. But the experiment lab definitely, everything in there wants to kill us. I'm pretty sure every single thing in there hates any living creature that has ever tread in this building.
Yeah.
What about our little guys?
Yeah.
I feel like our little guys are imps, which are little tiny robot drones. I think they're doing okay. They've been very helpful as far as I'm concerned, and they haven't really done anything like crazy or bad.
Yeah. Oh, I totally forgot. There was another thing that was supposed to happen in the downtime. The imps randomly do something decided by me.
Oh shit! Wait, what?
Oh,
Yeah, I'm meant to do that in between sessions.
what are they doing?
I didn't, so I guess I'll figure it out right now.
Yeah, they roll your dungeon tier. We're tier 0.
Then I guess I roll 2 and take the lower result.
Yes, you do.
What are they doing first?
Yeah, let's find out what they're
2
doing.
crits.
What are funny little robots doing?
2 crits.
Imps can work on. Oh, they can do anything we can do, but
Yep.
bad.
But they're not good at it.
Oh, okay.
2 crits. Let's see it. 2 crits. I want them to build a factory right next to ours.
Sorry, I want them to build a factory right next to us.
I feel like, okay, the two that I think at least would make the most sense, and obviously this is up to you ultimately. I feel like it's probably either build a lock, room, trap, or trick, or craft an item, edge, or contraption. That seems kind of like what they would do.
Mhm.
Maybe they can brew. Maybe they concoct a potion in the alchemy silo.
We do have that. But I'm just thinking, like, based on the fact that they're little robot guys that are made to build stuff.
Mhm.
That's what I presume, but it is obviously completely up to you.
I feel like they're less about building rooms, more about building items.
Yeah, it's
So I
up to you,
think
babe.
crafting like a. I suppose it's not up to us to decide.
I didn't have this on loop.
It's quiet.
I don't have any of these tracks on loop. What happened?
Roll 20 update.
Why is it so quiet on my end?
There we go.
I got a good. It's all right for me.
Maybe my headphones are just weird. Yeah, they're what they're gonna be doing is digging an exciting new long tunnel. They just when you just kind of get like you get like a little, like, you just like look at a wall and you think, what if there wasn't a wall here for a long
Wait, pray tell, where?
Yeah, where's the wall that isn't a wall going to be?
Well, that's a great question. I'm trying to check. Okay. Uh, 2d6 with the lower result. Where is the dice button?
I hate them, so I'm not looking forward to this.
Oh,
All
2
right.
crits.
4.
Holy shit.
A 4 is still a mixed, and on tier 1 projects, a mixed is basically just a normal success.
So they make
Where?
a tunnel?
Where? Where's the
yeah.
secret tunnel?
They make a tunnel, but they pay a cost. So I think that they just have a. I don't know. Do you ever have this moment where you're in like Minecraft and you're just like, I'm gonna dig in a straight line for a bit? I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, they do that. And now
Get
you've
stuck
got
on a for loop for digging.
Yeah, and now you've got a nice long new tunnel here.
So is it like underground, or is it just like, what is this? Because the majority of the factory is above ground, right?
It go down.
In terms of how the dungeon works, a lot of the dungeon is going to be underground, really.
Yeah.
Just mechanically speaking.
Yeah. So this is like a separate staircase over here that goes down.
I think I think the factory might be a bit sunken, is what I'm. If that's.
Okay, so
What if it's just at an incline?
Yeah.
Okay, so like there's like a slope that goes down to this door, so we're like in a valley almost, but not an actual valley.
Because mechanically speaking, just for expanding your dungeon, a lot of it is going to be digging out tunnels and whatnot and expanding it. So like, I mean, I guess that could also be explored as tunneling into adjacent buildings to
That's
the
so
factory.
cool.
Ooh.
Like, so okay, here's how I imagine it then, and everyone tell me if like this is good or bad as an idea. So after the things happen in the Blackout District and whatever happened in this lab specifically, it like started to like sink into the ground, not like fully. It's not like completely submerged, obviously, but like it partially sank into the ground, as well as like a lot of the buildings surrounding it.
Foundation cracked.
Yeah, and so now there's like some stuff probably that could become connected underground that's like a part of old buildings, and like also just straight up like dirt that could be expanded upon. So like we have like we could basically excavate and like accidentally come across something, because I think that could be cool.
Mhm.
And I think it would be really funny if these robots realized that and were like, we're helping. And just built a fucking tunnel without telling anybody.
There is dirt. There is dirt. There is dirt in the facility. We must remove the dirt. There's more dirt behind the dirt. We must remove the dirt.
This is like one cleaning like droid that just kind of went like exactly like that, like,
Uh-oh,
that's dirt.
more dirt.
I'm supposed to remove dirt. Oh, that is more dirt. I'm supposed to remove dirt. And we come back at the end of the day and it's just a fucking straight tunnel.
And we stop him like all the way down here, like, okay, little guy.
This far, no further.
You gotta go back to, or it could be a thing of like, uh-oh, I am low on battery. I must go back to charge.
Yeah. And that'll, I think, be the cost that it has to pay. Is the minions kind of overtaxed themselves in a bit of a feedback loop here.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna say they're gonna have. Or could that affect their mood for the calamity rule that we have coming up? Is that what you guys?
They're unhappy with all the dirt.
I would rather them be a little sleepy.
Okay, they can be a little sleepy for.
I think sleepy makes sense.
Yeah, they need a charge in for later.
Hi, Tiny. For context, so apparently
we have a new tunnel.
Yeah, our imps do stuff on their own, independent of us.
Interesting.
And so they just made a tunnel.
A tunnel to nowhere.
Yes.
Good job.
This was on a mixed success, by the way. So. Oh fuck! We need to upgrade this dungeon quickly.
We gotta do stuff. We gotta do stuff. Alright, what is this calamity that shall befall us?
Yeah. So you think that the dungeon is standard normal right now, probably in terms of vibes.
Oh,
I'd say so.
All right, so you get 2 dice.
2 dice for what?
Oh no!
Failure.
So here's the fun. Calamity rolls. The GM rolls 1, 2, or 3 dice depending on how much the denizens of your dungeon are grumbling. On a success, your minions gain morale and join you on the next raid for free. On a mixed, you suffer a minor calamity. On a failure, you suffer a major calamity.
So Gwen,
what fucked up? What happened?
Is
there a table of major calamities?
There sure is a table.
Oh no!
It's 2d6. Who wants to roll?
Oh, wait, I thought it. Oh, okay, I see.
All right, rock paper scissors, everybody.
I think it'd be funny to make one of you roll.
I'm not touching the
dice.
dice.
Character's fault.
I'm not fucking touching that dice.
I'll touch the dice.
Rick, if you're the only one willing to do it, just do it.
All right, everybody. I don't know what's a good option, so this is what we're gonna see. Roll.
All right, 13.
Oh God!
How bad?
Oh God!
A very powerful wizard and his golem protector teleport randomly into the first level of your dungeon.
Uh-oh. Like on the good scale or the neutral scale?
I
very
think they're a
powerful
very
wizard.
powerful wizard, and you're gonna have to see. You're gonna have to deal.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
Set this up for us, babe.
Yeah, so I think you guys are just hanging around.
Is this Oe'Shah?
Wait.
That's also really funny.
Why
just
did
trying
you
to
say
think-
that?
Who teleports into the middle of a random run down fucking like probably some safety
Teleportation.
people.
Spell of find factory error.
Would you like it to be an Oe'Shah wizard and his giant Oe'Shah fucking automaton?
I would not like it to be, but I don't think we get a choice.
I think it's very funny, even if it's terrible for us.
All right.
We did not get the wizard.
Do I have a wizard icon?
I have the wizard icon, but you're not gonna like it.
No, I've got one.
Oh.
Oh, who is that?
Yes! Here! There he is!
Oh no!
Ay, Dios mío. La creatura.
And let's see, what have I got
Gotta
for,
find a golem.
for an automata? Or
An
golem?
automata.
It's okay, don't worry. I can vamp. So we're just sitting around talking, right?
Yeah.
We're just sitting down here. We probably hear a thunk from the fucking automata existing suddenly above us.
So
What in... What the fuck was that?
I
Was that not yours, Annalise?
Are they digging again?
Maybe one of the vats fell?
Oh, I sure hope not. That'll be
I
a
mean-
pain to clean up.
you see
Are we allowed?
you see Annalise like sniff the air like a fucking dog a couple times. And her like pupils dilate. Magic.
But I have a question.
Yes.
Are we allowed to leave our sanctum? Or is this one of those
Absolutely.
moments where our minions have to deal with it for us?
No. This is This is not an invasion. So you are
Okay.
allowed to leave and check it out.
I smell
Oh.
magic.
All right.
I don't like that look in your eyes.
Someone's here.
I'm coming with you to make sure you do not anger them.
She kind of like
I wonder if I'm from the college.
she sort of like flicks her wrists, and the chains sort of like the golden chains off of her gauntlets wrap back around her arms, and she sort of like grips onto them and just sort of starts walking up the stairs. Yeah, we go through the sheep room, which I guess
Matt.
is what we're calling it now.
One of them comes over and headbutts you, giving you a little jolt.
I gently headbutt it back.
Hunts, Hunts, where are you?
What do you mean, where am I?
Are you? Where are you? I don't see your token anywhere. Are you not
I'm
here?
putting it on the map. Give me a second. Go
Okay.
ahead. I have two computers in which I'm doing the session on, and I
I
have
see,
to
I see.
transfer mouses.
Gotcha.
Gotcha.
Oh, fuck
Uh,
this.
As you enter the main room, you see a hulking figure made entirely, it seems, of metal, with a one singular large glowing slit across its face that presumably is some manner of eye. In contrast, an incredibly small gnome in a big funny hat and a big beard is poking around with a comically oversized wrench and mumbling to themselves as they poke around. This main area is registered as rough terrain because it's just full of random rust and scrap. If I'm remembering correctly,
You are.
correct.
You are.
Now, when you
Joyous
say
day.
incredibly small, I just want to clarify. Sorry, Puns. I just want to clarify. What does incredibly small look like for a gnome? Can I hold him in the palm of my hand?
What's the size difference between these two?
They're like twice your size.
That is pretty small.
Rubicon.
Oh my god! I could pick him up like an orange.
Yes, quite like,
Yeah.
or more like a
Grapefruit?
medium-sized melon.
DM, could you flip my icon?
Absolutely.
No.
Oh, joyous day. It looks like the woodland creatures have finally found their way into our home.
What do we?
I don't think that's woodland. I'm not sure how many free pens will. I'm not.
You having a problem
I've lost
over
it. Yes, but that's none of yours. That's out of character.
there? Oh, I see. I'm sorry.
Accidentally inhaled a bunch of rust. No, it's in character.
Can I sneak up to the big old robot?
Would you like to try?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. I think there's dice involved in that. Probably. You should roll them.
Yeah.
What's your skulk? That's a 5.
Ooh.
That's a miss.
I think a 5 is a success. I'll have to double check. Hang on.
We should just get like a chart. That should just be on
Yeah,
the screen at all
didn't I
times.
post a chart in the chat? Is it pinned?
Maybe.
I
It's
did.
dead now.
Is it
I'm a
pinned?
genius.
Okay.
5 is a mix.
Yeah.
Yeah, 6s are the only main success.
Yeah. Yeah, alright. So you're sneaking up to this big old bot. I think the bot doesn't notice you, but I think the gnome does. As you're sneaking. And the gnome will turn to you and waggle their wrench and go, now you then, are you the proprietor of this facility?
No. What's a proprietor?
God, so what, you and okay, actually that's better. You're an employee of this place.
I don't work here.
Trespasser?
No. I live here.
You can't see its eye. You can't see this being's eyes, but you can't help but feel like calculations are running across them right now.
I need to know which one of us has an alright banter score.
I have a 1.
I think I actually have a pretty good banter. Let me see. Hold on. Wait a moment. I have a 2.
I have a 0. I shouldn't talk to this guy. I have so many things I can say.
Rick, if I put my hand on yours, I know you should not talk to this man.
Can I touch the robot?
Well, sure. Just hang on. They hold the wrench down above, hovering basically in front of their big nose. And you see now closer up, this wrench has a bunch of little boopy bop and buttons on it. You know the Eureka from TF2?
It's the jitterbug.
It's like it's a funny sci-fi wrench with a bunch of buttons and boopies and coils and an antenna coming off of it.
And it teleports him back to spawn.
Yeah, exactly. Well, actually, it teleported him here, as you can see. Yeah, he's like, there's a second. Beep, boop, beep, boop, boop. And the bot turns to you and lowers a hand for a fist bump.
Oh, Pog. I fist bumped the robot.
Anyway, that's my Securito. Big old dude helps keep me safe when I'm running jobs like this. Now, are you saying you're living here, friend?
Yes.
Now, this place got livable permits.
All the paper is downstairs, and I do not own it. I do not own
Now, why didn't you
paper.
say so? Let's go. Lead me that way.
I start moving. Oh, hey.
Oh, there's more. There's more. One of you the proprietor of this establishment, this here facility?
I believe the proprietor of this establishment is long gone.
Yeah, no, this place kinda got a little bit, how do you put it? Wrecked. Just absolutely destroyed. It's not real anymore. There's no more much of anything going on here, I'm afraid, friend.
Well, there's some of that might be true, but I can't take truck with you saying this place ain't real. Stomps a little tiny foot in the rust scraps. Real is the real. I mean, this all sure seems pretty real to me unless I teleport in somewhere else again. Or somewhen else. Neither of those. Some place that isn't. You wouldn't get it. It's wizard stuff.
I might, actually. Could you give us your name, actually, sir, and what blessings have been bestowed you upon us this day?
The old dreaded question someone asked at the end.
It's got to be something funny, right? Because he's a little gnome. He's the tiniest little guy.
What do you mean? The funniest thing is the
What
most
are you guys talking
normal
about?
name possible.
What are you guys talking about? His name is Oe'Shah.
William B. Oe'Shah.
Oh my god. Hold on, wait. Let me actually... Give me a second.
He's the most prolific safety inspector in the entire land. So much so that the term OSHA violation
There we go.
has become a colloquial term.
OSHA violations like getting the fucking black spot, like...
You got the cheese touch, bro.
Bro, OSHA? OSHA found a violation?
Oh, it's over.
The bosses were never
Bro.
seen again.
Name's Oe'Shah. I take upon my duty to look around facilities and places and dumps like these to make sure everything's running tight and tough.
But wait, hold on. Is it like your job, or do you just do it for fun?
Young lady,
Is this a
You ever-
Michelin star situation?
you ever hear about a little thing called destiny? For me, this is one of them.
What, like you were born under the star of like a silver wrench or something?
I'm an ancient creature. And this is my before things were ordered properly. This was my ordained being. To teleport around and make sure people are running their facilities.
And at least I don't believe it is in our jurisdiction to question this man's authority. He's
Yeah,
clearly
I'm starting to
he-
get that vibe, yeah, for sure.
he's
Yeah.
very clearly skilled at what he does. However, I believe, as with all things, he has made a slight miscalculation.
Now it's just about miscalculating.
I'm sure you had good intentions, and possibly so did so did whatever brought you here, whatever spell or hex has placed you in front of our doorstep. However, I believe if you look around, you can see that this place is rather decrepit and not made for, well, formal operations. However, I do regret to inform you that there is no formal operations or any operations of any sort going around here. We do not have a business in business.
Yeah, I'm afraid you sort of missed the bus on that one, mate. It's kind of all fell apart here a long time ago before we got here. Ignore that. Please ignore that sound. It's some livestock moved in. It's tragic, really.
Moved in?
As
I
I
don't know.
Now.
So-
This young man here, this young flame, has said that he lives here.
yes,
Yeah.
this is a place
And then
of
you've got
residence, but
some kind of livestock taking residence here. Then this is some manner of residential installation now. Whatever it was in the past. Different standards, but I still's got to judge him.
well, you may judge them all you like, but I regret to inform you that you have no jurisdiction to remove anybody from this facility, no matter how dangerous it is, since we don't have any formal permits of living here. This location is temporary housing, not of the professional variety.
Yeah, we're
Location
squatting,
for
mate.
wayward
We're-
travelers.
We're legally squatting, mate. Is what you're saying.
This is a roof over our heads, and that is the best it will ever be.
So you're saying that nobody owns this place, you're just here.
Yeah.
If there is somebody who owns this place, I believe they had abandoned it long ago, and due to, squatters' rights, it may belong to us, but we have not formally
Oh, you
decided.
own the place.
How many times do I have to say that you were not allowed in this conversation? A bad score of 0.
Anyways, so I'm well, this conversation's I'm over here if you can see me.
Yeah, I noticed. What are you?
Am coming in from the blind spot. Can I try and get in this guy?
no.
You gonna roll your stealth, I guess.
Yes, Skulk.
I'll give you a
Unfortunately, I believe this would fall into my dark impulse of being obsessed with this shit.
Yeah.
This is a giant
Right.
This is a giant robot. I gotta get inside this fucking thing.
That
Yeah.
makes sense.
Yeah, it'd be like that. It really do.
What did you say I gotta roll?
I think you'd be rolling Skulk to sneak within the confines of being.
You gotta
you're
have good Skulk. You're so small. Surely you have
Oh
good
yeah,
Skulk.
no, my skulk's a 2.
Okay. Good.
I'll give you an extra dice as well. Because Oe'Shah is very thoroughly enthralled in the heated conversation over here.
5 partial.
Alright. Yeah, so what kind of drawback are you feeling on taking this sort of thing? Do you think?
I have no idea.
A little squishy. It's a little it's a little sticky in there.
Hold on. Let
let's-
me read the thing.
What are you
Let me read-
talking? No, the inside of this thing is going to be fucking spick and span. That's Oe'Shah.
You get the results, but they come at a cost, consequences, or it might just be less effective.
Yeah, let's
Can
do-
I
don't
use?
I don't mean
Oh.
that the robot is sticky. I mean that you are in a little sticky situation going into a giant robot.
Could it be that I have to use one of my supply?
I could take that as yeah.
That's a cost.
I could accept that. Yeah.
I had some. I had some difficulty getting one of the panels open, so I had to pull out one of my free pens and try and use it as a makeshift, as a funny makeshift crowbar. It sort of broke in half and a little bit of ink got everywhere, but I don't think he noticed.
Cool. All right. Yeah. You are now within the bot.
All right. This thing got a power source. I'm gonna go ahead and look around for that for a little bit if this conversation still wants to go on.
All right, I'll let you poke around in there for a bit. Now, if you're saying that nobody owns this place and you're using it for squatting, then that sounds like you guys own the place for squatting.
It's not how it works, I don't think. I don't think
you're responsible for the place because you're living in it.
I would say that legally, yes, we might be responsible for the place. However, we have not formally decided on who owns it. So technically, you could probably give it to any of the denizens of this room. In fact, if you would like to decide who owns the place, then you would be in the same jurisdiction as us. But I don't think that you are the legal proprietor of ownership. You are the denizen of orderliness within a working facility.
Yeah, the sheeps are pretty much as much owners as we are, to be fair, and I don't think you want to bestow that kind of responsibility on them. They don't know anything.
You're talking a lot of legal mumbo-jumbo and jargon, who-see and hearsay and nonsense.
Okay, here, hold on.
I'm not talking legals and no papers and no nothing. I'm talking you people live here, and you got other people living here.
I'm talking
this place gotta be up to standards. Right now, stomp, there's a big tetanus hazard.
I was gonna say, be careful, there are rusty nails literally 2 inches
That's
away.
That's what I'm getting at! This ain't no fit place for living!
I mean, I got big boots on, I'm safe, I'm fine.
Alright, hang out. Walks up to your boots. Begins measuring them and poking and prodding at them.
They are huge gilded boots that are at least a couple inches thick.
Nods respectfully at the boots.
Thank you. Listen, I always wear appropriate footwear, okay? I may be a monster, but I'm not a monster, you know?
Now what about your helmet?
I do lovingly agree with your accusations. This place is not fit. This place is not fit for anybody. But I do believe that we have all rights to choose a location in which we live, even if we are not the ones who, how you say, maintain it up to code. Is there a code for a vagabond? Is there a code for a free-spirited traveler?
Yes!
Yeah, actually there is. There's a couple of those in the city bylaws. If you look hard enough, there's plenty of them.
Like
I ain't even talking none of your weird city laws or your new-fangled people laws. I'm talking about laws that were set down way before cities or towns or just anything was even around. Here, I got this right here. He pulls out a jar.
What?
A jar that looks like it just contains space in it. Like it's just a starry night sky within the jar.
Okay.
And he gives it a shake, and like a magic 8, you just see start scrolling by against the side of the jar.
Oh, what the hell? Oh, I don't like that.
These are the regulations that places have to stand up to for different situations. And I'm here to inspect them and make sure you're hitting it up to code.
Well, I do appreciate your selfless sacrifice there.
They are just like staring at the jar, like eyes glued to the jar.
I do lovingly appreciate all this, the kindness that you are bestowing upon us. However, what do you say that we should do about these?
I'm
issues that we are already dealing with.
I'm just asking for a tour the facility from the owner, so I can look around, see what needs fixing, let you know it needs fixing, and come back to check in a month and make sure you got it fixed. It's not that hard. I don't see why we're making this all complicated.
Well, I do have a question, as if you do explore this facility and come back to how do you say do a checkup on our home, quote unquote. Do not use my words. Do not quote me formally on saying that. Would you be returning with the intent to shut us down if this location is not up to code within a month?
Well, then it wouldn't be suitable for running or living in. You wouldn't be. You couldn't. I'd be surprised if you was still running it if it wasn't up to code and for a whole month.
And who would be issuing these this sort of crude this word may be punishment.
Yeah, like, are you gonna throw us out, or like,
is it
what?
Yeah, me and my big robot.
Yeah, it is. He's an awfully big fellow, isn't he?
Oh well.
The giant robot gives a polite nod.
Well, if those are the standards that you are putting up to, I see no other point other than to look around and allow a thorough inspection, if you do not mind giving us some time if we are not up to standard.
Of course, you got a month.
You know what? Sure. Why don't we? I don't think we can rightly say any of us independently own this, but we're probably the only ones here able to give you a tour. So, why don't we show you around the place, and you can tell us what's all wrong with it. Fair warning: there are some rooms that you're gonna probably want your robot to walk into before everything else.
Always.
Gosh.
Gotta have proper procedures.
Kush would like to. I'd like to talk with two of their lovely acquaintances. Annalise, Flair. Do you mind coming over here? I'm not sure what Rubicon is, but I'm sure that we'll see them
sure thing.
There's a lot of fucking wires in this thing.
metallic.
I'm sure they're in the wall somewhere. That's probably where they are. I would like to let you all know, as advantageous as it would be for us to just throw this man in a pit and forget about him, if he had the power to get in here without encountering any of your Annalise's beasts,
deadly creatures,
creatures, I believe that he would have the full power to get out of our traps or any tricks. So I say we should probably put those on the down low.
Oh no, this man's a broken faucet of magic. He reeks of it. I think if he wanted, he could just make any of us not exist anymore by thinking really hard. So we probably shouldn't try to do anything weird.
I believe that just a lovely little tour is in order for a man. For a man as graciously kind as someone to barge into our home and tell us what to do.
Sounds good to me. Flair, you okay? You alright? This man making you feel uncomfy?
If he's looking for the person that owns the place, can he just go to the other people?
I believe if we went to other people, they would be rightfully also kicking us out of our home.
Also, if what he's saying is right, and he's like an old being with like destiny, like intertwined with the inner workings of the universe, he got sent here for a reason, which means we can't really throw him off the scent that way. I don't think we're friends. We could try if you want, but I don't really want to anger him because I think he could actually kill any of us, very much so, if he wanted to.
What if we let him look at the walls and then we make it a problem for us in a month from now?
Well, you see, we do have a month to put this place up to, code. Meaning we would have to put a home up to the standards of one very wise individual. However, if we were to say, make a home that is apt enough to hide from a very powerful individual, would we not have a home that is able to trick the most bombastic of adventurers willing to come into our house? I'm just saying that the advice that he offers may be a good precedent for any of us trying to create a place that we could, catch a few fish.
Oh, so you're saying that this is actually an opportunity in a very small and adorable disguise. Okay, I like it.
Do
Do you think I could hurl him if I tried? I think so. I think I could get at least 50
absolutely.
yards on him.
I believe any of us could squish him with our monstrous feet.
With our lovely hands? Hello,
With our lovely
pardon?
hands and monstrous feet. However, as satisfying as it would be, I do not believe it would be in our best interest. And I think it is, how do you say, best that we restrain ourselves, as sad as it may be.
No, for sure. I'm not gonna even try that. I was just thinking sort of errantly.
Oh,
You think if you
absolutely.
squeeze him, he makes like a squeaky toy noise?
I believe if I squeezed him, I would want his eyes to pop out of his head.
Does he have
If he
eyes? I
had-
can't see them.
No, I don't know, mate.
What if I can control these guys' legs?
Yeah, so do we want to
Yeah, let's see where Rubicon's up to.
Alright, I am going through the fucking little bits in this guy's robotics.
I believe
Crawling my way through looking for important pieces.
I believe there's probably a tech roll you could make for that. Something. What is it? Tinker, I think, right?
Will that be Tinker or... If I'm allowed to do Tinker, I'll take Tinker.
I'm gonna give you Tinker.
Alright. That's a success.
That's a success. All right.
I'm looking
That's-
for this thing. I suppose I have a quick question.
Mhm.
Is this thing like... Does this thing have an AI?
That's a great question.
Or is this just like he is inputting commands to it with the wrench?
Yeah. So I think you're up in its head, probably somewhere,
Mm-hmm.
poking around, and you find I think a big red sort of glass glowing tube in like basically a small room.
What the hell is this?
And inside it, in like bright white, just glowing, is various runes. That are sort of spinning as it like rotates around. Very cool sci-fi. Ooh.
Woobly woobly.
And you're noticing that like and I think you notice that some of these runes, as they're like turning, will change various colors or even shapes. And you'll notice that sometimes this is on its own, and sometimes this is like, as far as you can tell, in conjunction with the wizard outside beeping and booping on his wrench.
So, wait, if I'm understanding, so it's like partial control? Or is it
Yes.
full control?
You would have to guess that it has likely like a sort of rudimentary intelligence and like decision-making capability, but like it leaves any sort of... It has like a very minor personality, you'd probably guess, and then but then overwhelmingly it is in a state of being controlled.
Does it look like, with me probably seeing, a neat little For Dummies book about things like this? Does it look like there might be a way to disable the direct control button?
Given the way it looks like it's integrated, I don't think that there would be a way for you to disable it, the control aspect, without just turning the whole robot off. Based on the way that it's like personality and the commands are meshed in sort of this one runic matrix you're looking at right here.
And there's no nothing interactable that would like go to the AI side of the things. It's completely self-contained. There's no like micro fucking console.
Yeah, I think that's probably what you would see.
Wait,
you would assume that this thing was probably built from the ground up alongside its like the control device that is being used for it.
Gotcha. I'll keep that in mind for later, and I'm gonna crawl down to the chest cavity looking for power source. See what the fuck they're using for this thing. Might give me some ideas for powering this entire fucking place.
Yeah. We'll just keep going off the same roll, I think, and I can just keep giving. I'll just give you this as well. You, Rubicon, wouldn't like probably recognize this, but I'm going to say words. It's just a microfusion reactor. It's literally nuclear powered.
So it's not like magic from the earth.
No.
This is a interesting, clean, self-contained power.
Yes. The power source, oddly enough, reminds you of the sun back when you could see it. It has a similar sort of glow, albeit bluish.
Holy shit! This might actually be the greatest thing I've ever seen. Hey, magic guy!
Who said that?
I'm in your robot. What the fuck is this?
What are you doing in my robot?
I'm looking at it.
You couldn't have asked. Get out of here. What are you doing?
Nah, I'm not getting out of here. What's this thing powering it? It looks great.
Get out of my robot.
I can't do that right now.
You got in, didn't you?
Yeah, kind of broke the pen to do that.
What the pen? What are you talking about? Get out of my robot.
Hey, you want a free... Yeah, when I get out, I'll give you a free pen. It'll be great.
You get out right now and you give me that free pen.
I can't get out yet. You gotta tell me how the... You gotta tell me how the hell this thing's powered. This is the best thing I've ever seen.
It's nuclear fusion.
This is great. You can't... This doesn't use any of that weird shit from the Earth.
Yeah. Comes from stars.
You got any, like, books about that? I'm trying to think about how to...
come back.
You promise?
Yeah, I got books. I don't need books. I know all this shit. What do I need books? I already know everything.
Hey, everybody, I think I know how we're gonna get this place powered.
Well, it depends. Well, it fully depends on whether these books, the methods told to us through these books are accessible, because from what I know about this man, he has quite a long reputation of being able to, acquire things for himself.
Now will you get out of my damn robot?
Well, no more questions. Sorry, I'm still, taking notes in here.
Oh my god.
I like to imagine...
I know it's an impressive robot.
You're damn right it's impressive.
Akash walks up to this little man and is like, I assure you that this, as much as this annoys you, this is the highest compliment you could get from my good friend Rubicon.
I'm sure
I fucking hate robotics, and this thing has none of the bad stuff in it.
I'm glad you approve, but you're giving my robot robo indigestion being inside it. Look at the poor creature's face. It is a it is
a fucking blank shield.
It is the blank shield portrayed in the token.
I already saw the AI sect this thing in the set. It's fine.
I really like to imagine that the occasional meows on the track are actually just stray cats that are coming in and out as we're having this fucking conversation.
It's the raccoons. They've learned
That's the
to
raccoon.
mimic. They've learned to mimic cats to beg for treats.
Whoa, the sheep.
No, the raccoons.
True.
All right, I'm kind of listening into the conversation you guys have been having. All right, how about this? If we, as a group, have this entire building completely fresh and clean by the time you get back in a month, and you have no issues with it, you'll help me build one of these to power the place.
One of the robots?
Oh, okay.
No, the fusion core reactors.
Hold on.
Whatever the hell this thing is.
Hold on.
The nuclear power cores?
Let me step in here real quick. Hold on. Hey, I'm stepping in. I've stepped in. And I'm gonna take another step. There it is. Here's what my good friend is trying to ask you about. Listen, Mr. Oe'Shah. I'm not gonna lie to you, mate. We're in a bit dire straits here. And if we want to make this place livable, truly livable, hospitable, enjoyable, edible, not that last one, but good as a place to live.
Oh, you should see the places I've checked that trying to be livable and edible. You ever see a gingerbread house?
No, I don't believe I have, actually. Are those real? Well, I've had... Oh no. Like a to scale one?
What do you mean?
Oh, like, is it big or like small?
It's him sized.
I mean, it was like a cottage. There's some little old lady living in it.
Oh, no.
And I don't believe
Made great soup.
Did the soup happen to have any sort of strange gamey taste to it?
You know, now that you mention it, it did a little.
I don't believe that this line of questioning is relevant, although I do appreciate your curiosity on the matter of...
I should have got the recipe from.
I don't think you would have liked it, mate. But okay. Well, basically, what I'm suggesting is, if you truly care about the livability of this place, it would be of great use of us to have a thing that actually allowed us to, run it so that it could be livable. Because we don't got plumbing. Okay, I have to take a shit outside. Well, I have to go outside.
You're trying to live in this place. You don't even got plumbing.
We don't even have large amounts of power. I've been trying to fucking fix all the wires on the walls for a few days now.
I gotta walk like...
Your accent's shifting again.
I gotta walk like a kilometer south and drink from a stream.
All right, I'm back.
I
just have to remember German.
German. I'm not gonna.
German.
Oh.
Although German would be great too.
God.
So I'd appreciate if you gave him a little bit of a chance here. If you could potentially give us access to some sort of power, doesn't have to be a lot. And if when you come back, we manage to, make this a hospitable, livable environment, maybe you could let us keep it.
He doesn't have to let me keep anything. I'll build up myself.
Well, that, either way. Just something to get us off the ground. Think of it as an investment in the lives and livelihood. I'm sorry, the sheep are so loud. I'm so sorry. They're just going all over the place.
Look, mister.
So I'm still not even entirely certain what this facility you're supposed to even be doing with this facility, because you haven't even given me a tour outside of this one big stinking room that looks kind of like a factory. But now you're telling me you live in here, and now you're telling me you got sheep living here. What is it? A factory? Is this a hotel? An apartment building? Is it some kind
It
of?
used to be a factory. I'll give you a tour I'll give you a tour myself if you let me fucking pilot this thing.
It's not pilotable. It's its own bot. I just can tell it.
Rubicon, I know you were having a wonderful time joining around the joyland that is this Oe'Shah's lovely robot. However, I think it would be in best interest of all of us, now that you have had your fill of goodies, that you come down here and join us on the tour, and thus perhaps within a month, if we have gone up to standard, that we could discuss further negotiations with dear Oe'Shah. I think right now we owe the good man a tour.
Fine, I'll come out of the robot, but I'm gonna shake your hand on this.
Yeah.
Now, for the sake of time and this not taking
Comes
another
out of
hour
the
and a
wood.
half, could we?
We're not doing a real tour.
Yeah, could
I don't
we not
think-
do a real full tour? Just...
Anyways, I come out of like side panel of one of the feet. Comes out smaller than the wizard.
Goodness, aren't you a tiny fella?
See, I assure you there was no indigestion involved.
Alright,
Look,
little...
being
a
small
little-
has its own benefits, like being able to fit in the robot.
Well, I can't argue with you there. It is good to fit in the robot sometime.
Sometimes I like to curl up in there and pretend I'm a fetus again.
Well, it's just warm, you know. Anyway.
Can we not talk about this? Can we get over the tour?
But you got a problem talking about fetuses?
I'd rather talk about whatever the hell's in this thing. Makes a little knock.
Yeah.
Well,
Well, it
we
ain't
gotta
a
make a
fetus.
That's me, baby. I'm the only one.
I'm out here.
Okay, yes.
It's really fun to say fetus in this place.
It is. Okay, so what are the Spark Notes versions of like the what are the main things he wants us to address after getting like a proper thorough tour that I as much as I would love to, I don't want to RP because it will take another hour.
It will take a while. What does he think of the sheep?
He asks why the sheep are electric and why you aren't using the electric sheep for power.
Not strong enough. Listen, it's like a magical power source, and we already got this guy who's not a huge fan of that. I don't think he would let me do it.
Magitech.
Yeah, also, they're not really a viable source of, like, continuous power. She goes to explain how they're not really a proper renewable energy source at length that makes her... That is probably shocking, considering she looks disheveled as hell and, like, she smells like a garbage can.
He asks what's behind the hex-locked iron door.
Potions.
The gas leak.
Don't fucking say.
I'm joking.
We
But it would be really funny.
yes, we keep it well ventilated if that's what you're worried about. That one's actually
Yes.
proper up to code. I can show you if you want. That's actually
I would say
kinda
we would
organized.
not. You do not have the proper qualifications to enter the store, but I assure you with great honesty that this is one of the best places that we keep maintained. And if you look from the outside, it is too small to be considered a place for anybody to live. Nobody lives in here. It is a side room in which we keep some of our valuables that we cannot let outsiders go in and take. Think of it as a safe of sorts.
Mm-hmm. Well, if you've got all of your dangerous chemical widgets locked behind an ice safe door, then I can't fault you for that. That sounds very safe and good.
Yes,
Excellent.
yes.
That's great. Less for us to explain. Yeah. What are the big things? What are the big things that he thinks is a problem?
Tetanus.
This fucking tunnel, maybe.
I think
What's
that
his
tunnel's
opinion
actually...
on the? What's his opinion on the unsupported tunnel?
It's very odd. It feels like I don't know what the tunnel's for. Are you planning expansion over there, or
I'll be
the
honest,
ventilation?
this
Is it like
wasn't
some
here this
kind
morning.
of? You mean the building is just making tunnels on its own?
I believe our other residents have plans in mind for the building. It is their building after all. We shall work.
You're saying the other guy's the owners?
Once
No, they're
again,
like the denizens.
I don't know why you are making these accusations, and you are starting to peeve me off a little bit. However,
Can,
I believe
we should-
they have.
This is exactly what I wanted to avoid, by the way.
we should probably reiterate that they are robots.
I would like to let you know that these denizens have a mind of their own, and when I say mind of their own, I mean they are literally non-living entities. And perhaps you say previous workers here that were their contract was not extended, and since they have no other purpose here, they have no reason not to continue their duties of manufacture and working. So it has been a bit of a problem to manage them. However, I assure you, since before you got here, learning how to manage them and getting them tasks to do that would be more productive to both us and the facility has been on our checklist.
Yeah, basically, it's been rough, and we can't just, like, kick him out. So, well, I don't know.
It's less of they have nowhere to go, and more of they aren't living here as much as, say, your light bulb is living in your house.
Yeah. They're basically like friendlier termites, really.
Well, I've had my look around. I've got a couple of questions before I head out, and
Sure,
I got a couple of pointers maybe I can give you. At the big trapdoor. The big trapdoor. The electric sheep that aren't being used for power, or apparently any sort of real livestock. The big room full of the freak-ass magic creatures.
Oh, those are just. Listen, those are just.
Oh, the trapdoor used to
happening?
be. The trapdoor
We just
used to
don't
be
want
the
those
garbage
behind the door.
disposal,
Yeah.
but then a couple of spikes got stuck in there.
I assure you, the livestock will likely be improved upon. Looks at Annalise directly. By the time you come back, and will hopefully we will find better residents that will be more sentient and able to deal with their living situation.
Looks at Annalise.
Look, all they need is a little bit of training and a little bit less killing intent. That's all. That's all they need. They will not have less killing intent.
All right. Well, I think I just got one more question for you guys before I give you my then.
Yeah.
You kids running a dungeon here? Some kind of dungeon?
Are there different standards for dungeons?
Of course, like, a dungeon's supposed to be dangerous. Certain standards for dungeons that aren't the somewhere, I don't know, someone's like apartment building.
Oh, okay, then yeah, it's a dungeon, right?
Why didn't you guys say so in the first place?
I was saying it's just like, you get nervous.
You right, you kids,
Yeah, you're sort of our first visitor.
You kids in your dungeons. All right, well, all right. Well, then I got a couple of pointers for you. All right. Yeah. So you got your creatures are the well secured. Good thumbs up on the creatures. Yeah. I think you got. I think your hazard ratio is too what's the word I'm looking for? It's too dense. It's too dense in this one room here. You got too much going on. I get it's your main room. You want to have it's next to the entrance. You want to stop people when they get in early. but I gotta say, yeah, I understand. It's everyone who starts off, it's a mistake everybody makes. But yeah, you got your hazards too dense. With your expansion, as you grow your dungeon, you want to spread out your hazards a little more, because how would they get past all your hazards? What are you gonna do? Huh?
I see. Okay. So where would you suggest we sort of increase our presence, so to speak?
I say you make more big long holes. I think, and you make. I think you make them loop back on each other some places. You make it a confusing. I got you. You got a real symmetrical, real blocky factory look going for you. I think that's good. But I think you need. A couple of pathways.
Okay,
Maybe.
so like kind of like this, but more like narrow, and like maybe you could, I don't know, put a firebomb in there somewhere, and it's like, oh my god, how do I get through? Am I gonna die in here? And then maybe they do.
Oh yeah, but you don't want to make. But really, you gotta be careful with the materials when you put, because you don't want to burn down the rest of your dungeon. You want to burn down the people coming in to fuck with your dungeon. Big door with a big lock on it for your important shit. That's good. That's good stuff. Trapdoor. It's a classic.
It is, isn't it? That
It's a
actually, we weren't lying. That was actually here when we came. It was pretty funny.
This trapdoor is a classic. It's good environmental. I don't really gotta tell you. I think this will probably be a problem solved by the time I come back anyway. But you're gonna want to make your pit. You're gonna want to decorate your pit with like the remains of other people who fell in the pit.
Oh, I show you did.
Big.
Aren't there already skulls down there?
Down there, but not up top. We need like some like blood splatter or something.
You ever see Silent Hill?
I assure you
is
that there will be.
I went
much
to
more.
I went to inspect this place, this whole place in Silent Hill at one point. This Brookvale Hospital. Let me tell you.
I assure you that there will be much more visceral by the time you come back. But I'd love lovely advice here. However, I am curious about your regulations. Do you happen to have a copy of that jar of yours?
A copy of my jar. I can make you one. You got a jar handy?
I actually have a jug.
Holds up a pen.
Okay, I'll take
Rushes
the
to
pen too.
alchemy lab.
All right, the jar. I'll take the jar, and I need the pen too. Hang on.
Okay, I have a crystalline jug to give him. That's in my gear, actually, for real.
Well, you won't get the problem is that if you use that crystalline jug, you will not get it back because Akash will take the jug forever.
Damn, that's crazy. Okay, what do you have?
Akash just
Something from
runs
the
back into the
alchemy
alchemy
silo.
silo and comes back with like several different empty glass vials of like which
While
one.
you were in
has-
the alchemy silo. I have a quick question. Where do you think we should put the reactor?
I literally didn't hear any of that, Regef. I'm so sorry.
While
I
they,
think I caught a reactor.
while they are done, where do you think we should put the reactor room?
All right, you're putting up a big big old reactors. Yeah. You're gonna want it. I mean, it's gonna be a big power source important to your dungeon. You're not gonna want it too close to your door, but if you know what you're doing with it, you can put it somewhere, right, where it'll be something that that adventurers will see as an important target, and you can use that to bait them into your bigger defenses.
Oh, okay, I see.
Maybe not.
It's a risk reward situation, sort of.
So, like, for now, maybe putting it, like, in here or something behind these guys or what have you might be useful, or, like, I don't know, around on this side or something, building off another room.
We get down in the tunnel.
I guess we could. It's a straight
But-
shot, though.
It's a straight shot, but that's the best part. It's a straight shot with a downwards incline. Put a trap down here that's a boulder.
Oh, that's true.
Traps that don't activate going down, but do activate going up.
We want one going down though, because if they go down and they turn off the thing, that's a problem. Even if they come back up and get crushed.
That's fair enough.
Well, it sounds like you guys have got a lot of thinking to do. I got some more inspecting I got to do.
Okay.
So I'll get out of your hair. Oh, where's that jar? Hang on, I'll do that before I go.
Slamming open the iron door.
I've got all kinds of.
It just drops a bunch of, just kind of handfuls of vials and puts them on the floor.
And lots of.
Here, you got like a square one? Those ones.
It gives you the squarest vial that we have.
Alright. It takes the pen that Rubicon offered, cracks it over the jar, and lets the ink run into it, woobles their magic wrench over it, and as it sort of as the ink sort of starts steaming, pops a cork on the vial as fast as they can, and it's just inside the jar, and hands it to you. There you go. Dungeon organization rules.
Dark Impulse
Just-
satisfied.
Epic.
All right. Well, thank you so much for your time today. It's been lovely. Oh man, that's a weight off my shoulders. Just to be clear, you are still going to be back in a month, and you will remove us from the premises if we don't make this up to standard. Yes.
Absolutely, but I got high hopes for you kids. You have a good one, and I'll see you next time.
Sure, yeah.
And
yeah.
I'll bring you that book I mentioned next time. By the way, kid, you can when Rain of Shine, that's a freebie to you.
And with that,
our wizard.
Thank goodness
You have solved the wizard encounter.
The wizard problem became a wizard solution in the end.
We got a month. We got a deadline.
yeah, we got a month.
We were getting paid to do what we were supposed to do anyway.
That's true.
Yeah, but now we have a code. Now we have a code we have to follow.
You mean we have a code we have to follow, meaning make this place more dangerous and get a power source. Things that we were already going to do, and we got a cool jar and a spell, and we're going to get a reactor core out of it.
Hey, Gwen.
We were gonna get the schematics to make a reactor core.
But now we have a deadline.
Yeah, does that mean we have a new clock, and that's Gnome Encounter?
Yes.
Chimp moment.
Yeah.
All right, who's got the copy of the fillable sheet? I guess it's me. Here we go.
Okay, you do.
Oh, hold on.
I don't think you put the filled out version you had in chat.
I had the filled out.
I have the filled out version.
I also
Tiny.
What?
I'm
I don't
going
have
to
it.
hold on. I'm gonna go update it so you can go get the new one.
Wait, hold on. Aren't there other things that are supposed to happen during a calamity? Am I stupid?
That isn't our calamity. That was just a.
That
Well,
was
that was
just
our
the
calamity.
other thing. Oh my god, I forgot.
That was the calamity.
Okay. Yes. Okay.
That
What
we
else
did it.
happens
We
during a
did it, Mel.
calamity?
Cycles of play. Give me a second. Calamity.
Have-
Dungeon logic.
It's a finally non-Magitech. It's
Oh, I
glorious.
see. So these were all okay. Yeah, So we were actually supposed to go off of a table to help us understand. I see. Yeah, dungeon logic. Okay. Gotcha. Okay.
So
yeah,
how badly did we fuck up?
A bit. So, if you go to the page on calamities, which is 244, below it there's dungeon logic, which basically tells you all the factors you need to put in, to how many dice you roll. But that's fine.
I took those into account. Don't worry.
Okay, you did. Okay, perfect. Yes.
I just
Okay.
didn't let you peek behind the screen.
All right. Well, hell yeah. Then now I guess we're on to the rating phase.
Yeah. Do we feel like wrapping it at the end of the phase and doing the raid next time?
Someone getting sleepy.
I'm a little. I don't have the stamina for running built back up just yet.
Yeah,
So I'm gonna-
we can.
I feel like that was a very fun RP encounter.
I think that was a fun.
We turned it into a lot. We solved your gnome puzzle. I think we deserve a reward.
Yeah.
Anyways, while I get this, I'm going to be real quick. Y'all keep going.
Oh.
Imagine
Alright,
if we told him that we were a dungeon right from the start.
That would have made that so much easier.
We would have
But it
speed
wouldn't
ran
have
that
been
encounter.
funny.
This was funnier.
This was funny.
This was a great time, and I hope that you, my players, all the time, and that you guys watching also had a good time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry we vamped for about as long as the rest of the content of the session, but honestly, at this point, you should expect that. That's
I
on
think-
It
you.
is like 8 o'clock. We did play for like a solid hour.
No, I know, it was only 15
was like a
minutes
good-
that we were vamping
yeah.
for, which is actually better than last time by a lot.
Yeah, that was a good hour, like almost 2 hours, I think.
Yeah.
Close to.
I had a lot of fun, and
Yeah.
I'm glad you're running this, babe. I'm very, very happy,
Yeah.
very content.
Yeah. Hopefully I'll build up some more running stamina. And we can have longer sessions in the future, but for now, I think it's a good time, and we'll wrap up and wrap off, and
Yeah.
No XP for this run, but we'll do XP after the raid tomorrow.
Ooh.
Next session.
Ooh.
If that sounds cool to everyone.
Yeah, so good.
Yeah. Anybody have any exciting things that say to chat before we head out?
Look at the
I'm ending the stream. Bye, guys.
No, wait, there's new Minecraft mobs. Wait.
Have a good
Vote
one.